Hi there, this is Patrick. Welcome to my YouTube video. I'm in Huntington Beach today, and I was thinking, I remember my grandmother used to always drive slow, and I'd go, Grandma, why do you drive so slow? She goes, well, I don't need to go fast. I don't need to go that fast. She goes, I like driving slow. When you drive slow, you see a lot more. She's cute. She used to always call me, she'd tell me these stories, like things that happened 30, 40 years ago. And my grandmother remembered every single detail, what people look like, what they're wearing, everything, right? And she called me Betty. I miss her. I love my grandmother so much. And I thought I'd make this a slow video today, and we'll sort of see a few more things that are maybe going on. So I'm gonna do this video today. I'm gonna take it I'm going on my bicycle. We're gonna ride on this is my little pride and joy. This is my 1969 Schwinn Spitfire. Really fun to ride because it's got a little disc brakes on the front and back, and then it has a Springer front, and it has a real kind of springy big seat too. It's just so comfortable. It's really slow, but it's comfortable and fun to ride. And anyway, and it's all that's original except the seat. The seat was actually made the same time period in 1969, but it didn't come with this bike. So anyway, I'm gonna put this headband on and film this. You'll see everything I'm seeing. We'll see how this all works. And I'm on just off of Beach Boulevard in Huntington Beach, and right up here, that big building in the background, that's called Elan. And the city just bought this and one other building. They were luxury apartments, just opened up a couple of years ago, both of them. The other is called Beach and Ocean, and city bought both of them for $350 million. And they're making them affordable housing. And I'm just being a reporter. I'm not telling you the good and bad about any of this today. We're just going to see what we see, and we can all come up with our own opinions. But this is a really nice building, and I kind of wonder though, because the state's requiring the city either builds or acquires and puts available for affordable housing 13,000 units, and like this building is 274 units. So this is a big building, like 6-8 stories. They'd have to build or find to convert to apartments. What would that be? It'd be like roughly 50 buildings this size in the city of Huntington Beach. It's not that big a city, but we'll see what happens. They used to be fighting the state over doing all this because they just said it was impossible to change the whole neighborhood. But now the new city council, most of them liked it, 6 out of the 7, but then now 6 of the 7 are coming up for a recall election because of that. And there's good and bad to everything. I mean, people need a place to live. I don't know if they need to be luxury apartments for cheap rent down here in Huntington. I worry if I ever want to move out of here and rent my place, I'm going to have to compete with the rentals on these. But we'll see. Anyway, let me get to the side here and give you another view of this. Just nice apartments is all it is. And let me turn around here. Beach Boulevard is really noted for its car lots. And I was noticing, because you always hear they're out of cars. And they don't have chips to finish the cars and everything. And anyway, so as I was coming up here, I was kind of noticing the car lots. So let's go see how full the car lots are here. This is a pretty crowded time right now. It's about 5:30 in the evening. A lot of people getting off work. Over behind this is Main Street. I think it's called Main Street Place. It's really a nice strip mall. They have a Trader Joe's and a Bank of America, and really the only tenant that went out of business during the pandemic was Pier 11, which I kind of expected that to go out of business anyway. And most of the malls up the street are doing pretty well here. So hopefully we'll be able to cross here pretty soon. Should have started this video on a green light. Anyway, half foot here. Thank you guys for watching my videos. I appreciate it. And please, if you like them, give me a like and subscribe. And I'll try to keep filling you in on what's going on around here. And try to get across the street alive here. There we go. How much is gas? For the people that are out of state, they won't believe this. What is gas here? $4.49 and $4.59 a gallon. Actually, if you use a credit card, I guess credit card is $4.69 a gallon. Chevron, which is a good gas. This station's about a dime higher than most of them too. And busy street, busy street. Most of the strip malls are still pretty full. They've lost a couple stores here and there. And most of these little places, takeout places, all have now hiring signs looking for workers. If you want to open a business, it isn't too hard to find a place to rent, I'll tell you that though. Every mall has a couple stores that are empty. And we're riding on the sidewalk with my heavy bike, and so we can see here. Coming up to, I think it's a Volkswagen lot or Toyota. You know, they put the cars in the front of the lot, so it looks like they still have inventory. But look at this whole lot. I mean, it's completely empty back here. Just totally empty. I'll ride through here and check this out here. This is just a little different kind of adventure today. No real strong opinions on everything. We're just looking around the neighborhood, seeing what's going on. Look at this. Just empty. All empty, all this. This would have been overflowing with cars. I mean, it cost them a lot of money to rent this property and keep it empty. God, it just seemed like a year or so ago when the Hertz went out of business, there were too many cars for sale. I think I read that used cars have gone up like 40% now. I mean, people were buying cars for more than they cost, used for more than they cost new. I mean, the dealers are actually, you hear those radio commercials? They're asking to buy your used car so they have something to put on their lot and sell. Kind of a honky-tonk street. Busy, a lot of motorcycles, a lot of traffic. What do we have here? Subaru? All pretty empty in here. A few cars at the front. Look at all this whole lot over here, just totally empty. Wow. Can you believe that? Even the showroom looks empty here. Look at this. I know that Toyota lot next door, they have another lot across the street, and they completely emptied that lot, probably to fill the cars up on this lot here. How's this one here? Yeah, see, this would be a whole row of cars here. This is all pretty empty. What do we got here? Look at this. Oh, empty here too. Just totally empty. Wow. Interesting. Now I show you another mall that they had a Steinmart here that went out of business. And you know, I expected that to happen. Steinmart isn't that strong of a store. And they're putting in a Target. And you know, I don't really want to see every shopping center being all Targets and Walmarts. But at the same hand, Target's more popular and they sell more things. More people go to Target. I don't really go to Steinmart, but I go into Target and buy some things. So they're putting that in here next door. There's a car wash here. So all the noise is coming from. If I make it down here in time before my video shuts off, we'll get beach and ocean, the other apartments, which are luxury apartments that are, I don't know what the rents are, but they were way up there. You know, like, you know, $4,200 for a 2-bedroom, you know. And it's interesting them doing affordable housing, because, I mean, I think that's great that people can afford a place, and everybody's hurting right now, and the economy's rough, and unemployment's stopped, and people don't have the greatest references. A lot of people haven't made rent in a year and a half. But on the other hand, it's kind of like, should the city be in the landlord business and be taking money to buy units and rent them out? I don't know. I just really don't have an answer on that. All the stores in this mall, with one or two little ones, have made it, except for where the Steinmart was. And they're remodeling that. You can see that in here. That's going to become the new Target, which would be a nice tenant for this place. Give the other tenants a lot of business. We have a CVS here, and a tanning salon, little mom and pop restaurants. It's a nice mall. They remodeled it a few years ago. Here comes one more car dealership, a Honda. Let's see how many cars they have. This mall across the street isn't doing great. It's rented, but not real well. It's kind of a lower class mall. They ask pretty high rents, and people come in there and they open a pot shop or massage parlor, and somehow they get shut down. And you know, it's something always for lease in there, so I wouldn't go by that too much. It's not a real slick mall. And this, next to that, this whole lot here, that was all cars from the Toyota dealership. The whole lot's all completely empty now. They just had to move all the cars out of there. And then let's go here. You see the Honda, it's got all the cars on the front. Real nice. But then when you get in here, look at this. It's windy, so I hope you can hear me okay with this sound system. This is all new stuff to me. I'm testing it out. I just got a Rode sound system, which seems to be working pretty well so far on my camera. And then look at this. Look at it, all empty there. Here, you got one car in this whole row, about 50 spots, and another 20 spots here and 20 spots there, all empty. There's 6 or 7 at the end, little blank places in here. They don't have cars. You know, you saw that person that looked like he's homeless. So he actually looked like he's pretty together with a bicycle and all this stuff. There's a lot of homeless when you go up and down Beach Boulevard. This place over here, Hotel California, was a drug rehabilitation place. I don't know if it's still going on anymore or not, but they get these nice houses they buy, and they'll buy a house for, you know, a couple $1 million, $1.5 million, and then they turn it into a drug rehabilitation place, and people come all over from the U.S. to go to it, and they get free meals and, you know, a place to live down at the beach. And then their time runs up in 3 or 6 months, and they put these people out on the street, and the people don't really have any skills or anything, and they end up homeless, and you get these homeless camps. It's really sad that that happens. I mean, there's blocks in Huntington Beach where they'll have like 6 of those places in one block, but they're kind of clamping down on them a little more now. They've tightened the rules. There aren't quite so many. And then it's a funny area because it's kind of old and new and commercial and some residential and being upgraded. And we're getting down pretty close to the other place I was going to show you. This bike's fun to go over the bumps with the springers. I had that saddle. It's called a Brooks B90. It's one of the biggest saddles Brooks ever made. And it's just so comfortable to sit in it. Wonder how the mattress store is doing. That's one store I can never work in. I'd be there working 15 minutes, I'd be lying on a bed asleep. Looking at those beds all day, that day would go on forever. And this little place has been available to remodel, and the lot's not that big. You know, I'm sure they'll build something high density here, but it is 15 years this has been sitting like this. They just got to do fence in here, so maybe they're getting ready to do something. Lots of drugstores, CVS, Walgreens. I mean, there are even kitty corner on some of the corners. There's so many. And a lot of people use prescription drugs, so I guess they make a lot of money on that. And over here, that building across the street, it's a Hoag Medical Center. And they just built that a few years ago. And, you know, I gotta admit, people are just generally nice. You know, they really are. You know, when you get mad at somebody, you get so mad at them, and you're just going, why did I get mad? And then you feel so bad. It's like some days you come home and you go, God, people are just screwed, right? And you're hating the whole world, and then you have a knock on your door and your neighbor brought you over some carrot cake. You know, you go, oh man, I was all mad at people. You spoiled it for me. But this is really nice here, the new Hoag Medical Center. And then connected to that is a super nice mall that they just redone. It has your Albertsons Market, but it also has Mother's Health Food is in there. Really great healthy food. And everything from mail rooms and Kinko's to coffee houses and all, banks. It's nice. And right now, you're like about 1.5 miles from the ocean. And the next block is the complex called Beach and Ocean, which is also going to be affordable housing the city bought. And really cute. They made that about, I'd say that opened like maybe 4 years ago. And I went through there just to look at it because it's just kind of exciting. And beautiful pool. And it's kind of L-shaped, and the pool is way off the far side and looks out at the ocean. I mean, what a great place to move. If you can qualify for it and you want to live in Huntington Beach, you can get a great deal on rent. That's it right in front of me, right there on the right. It's kind of a grayish building. This is the back side. The units on Beach Boulevard are noisy. They get all the traffic, but if the windows are closed, you don't hear the traffic at all. I tested that out. But if you want to keep your windows open, you're going to hear a lot of noise, But the back side of it, not at all. And this is really cute. This is the Newland Center, it's called. And there's an old house. Building's hiding. That's AAA right there. AAA Auto Club. It's an old Victorian house that you can take tours of in there. And they have events there once in a while. This is the place, Beach and Ocean right here. I love this kind of long grass they planted here too. See, there's the Newland house there, and they built the shopping center around it. It's just full of character. And then, I mean, if it was a clear day, you could almost see the ocean from here. I don't know if you can really ride in here or not. Let me check out. Let's see if I can get arrested on my own video here. See, all these face the ocean right here, and you got the pool out here. Very nice, very nice. And I guess that's basically what I wanted to show you. I live another half a mile farther down the street here. And thank you for joining my video. I don't know all this affordable housing, the city buying it and building 13,000 more, kind of spoils the character, but gives people places to live. I don't know if that's good or bad. I just don't know. And you guys can talk that over. I'm scared that the government's taking over, and pretty soon private residences might not exist anymore, you know? It's all going to be government owned, and we're going to have little tiny houses like the Chinese, and little tiny half bedroom places in a giant condominium building, and we're little fixed income, but we never really get ahead or have too much creativity. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining my video. If you had a good time, please leave me a like and subscribe, and we'll keep these going, and God bless. I better pay attention as I cross the street, and have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.